Are you your own worst critic? Because honestly, most of us are. When that little voice in your head says stuff like, "You're not doing enough," or "You should be further along by now," or "If you mess this up, then you'll be a failure," well, it's exhausting. Constantly pressuring yourself doesn't lead to progress. It leads to burnout, self-doubt, and mental fatigue, which aren't great. So today I'm talking about how to stop putting so much pressure on yourself without letting yourself off the hook entirely. So let's talk. If you're tired of feeling like you're never doing enough, even when you're doing everything, then today you'll learn practical ways to silence that inner critic, stay productive, and be a whole lot kinder to yourself in the process. I'm Jeremy, a counselor and writer, and I make better mental health simple, with straightforward, no-nonsense advice to help you tackle issues and improve your mental well-being. If you're constantly beating yourself up for not doing enough, or you often procrastinate because the pressure to get it right is overwhelming, or if you hold yourself to unrealistic standards and then feel like a failure when you can't meet them, then today we're going to get real about the pressure you put on yourself, where it comes from, and how to break the cycle. So what does it mean to put pressure on yourself? Putting pressure on yourself means holding yourself to extremely high and often unrealistic expectations, and feeling anxious, ashamed, or worthless when you don't meet them. It's that inner belief that you should be doing more, better, faster, or else you're just not good enough. And it's one of the most common ways people sabotage their own mental well-being. So why is pressuring yourself unhealthy? Putting constant pressure on yourself can lead to perfectionism, procrastination, low self-worth, chronic stress, burnout, anxiety, and more. It becomes a cycle. The higher your expectations of yourself, the worse you feel when you don't meet them. So you push harder, burn out faster, and feel even worse. I mean, you want to have some expectations of yourself, or you'll never get off the couch, but you don't have to push yourself so hard that it's like there's a drill sergeant in your head. Breaking the cycle of putting too much pressure on yourself is about learning how to be accountable without being cruel to yourself. So let's talk about how to stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Lower the bar. Chances are you're doing too much, but you're not a machine or a productivity app. You're a person who needs to prioritize time to rest and recharge just as much as getting things done. If you're constantly expecting yourself to function at 100% 24/7, then you're setting yourself up to fail. Start by asking yourself, what's the bare minimum I can do today and still feel okay about it? Some days it might be a full to-do list. Other days it's showering and answering one email. That's not laziness, it's pacing yourself and listening to your body. Remember, done is better than perfect, and some days done just means getting through the day. Watch your self-talk. Seriously, would you say half of what you say to yourself to a friend? If you wouldn't say it to someone you love, don't say it to yourself. Calling yourself lazy, useless, or a failure isn't motivation. It's mental abuse. Start replacing criticism with curiosity. Instead of "I should be doing more," try "Why do I feel like I have to do more right now?" Instead of "I'm such a mess," try "What would actually help me feel more grounded today?" Talk to yourself like someone worth taking care of, because you are. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism is a liar. It promises success but delivers paralysis. And it just adds to your stress. So every time you say, "It's not good enough yet," ask yourself, what's good about it right now? Or, is it actually not good, or am I just afraid someone else won't think it's good? Progress is showing up. It's getting through the day. It's trying again and again. You don't have to be perfect to make progress. Learn to tolerate discomfort, not avoid it. Often we put pressure on ourselves as a way to avoid feeling inadequate or afraid, but discomfort is part of growth. You can be nervous and still take the next step. You can be unsure and still move forward. Let go of needing to feel ready because you'll never feel 100% ready. Just take the next step and keep on moving forward one step at a time. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes from action. Make self-compassion part of the plan. Holding yourself accountable without kindness is a fast track to burnout. Self-compassion means recognizing that you're human and you won't always get it right, and that doesn't make you a failure. We learn through trial and error. I mean, when you learned how to walk as a child, did you just give up the first time you fell back down? No. You got back up on those chubby little legs and you said, "Walk, damn it," or, I don't know, something similar. I don't know what kids say to themselves, but you get my point. Look, it's okay to aim high, but aim high in a supportive and nurturing way toward yourself, not by pressuring yourself. Create a mental reset routine for the days when your inner critic won't shut up. Step away from your to-do list. Breathe and remind yourself, doing my best today is enough. Here's the thing. You're allowed to hold yourself to high standards, but not at the cost of your peace of mind. Being hard on yourself doesn't make you stronger. Being patient and kind with yourself does. The pressure you put on yourself might be coming from fear, perfectionism, or old habits, but you have the power to change that. So, aim high, but be kind. Choose to focus on progress over perfection and self-compassion over self-criticism, because that's how you actually get things done and protect your mental health. What's one way you've been putting too much pressure on yourself? Let me know in the comments and let's talk. And if you struggle to deal with disappointments and setbacks, then this video will be helpful. So watch that next, it's linked in the episode description. And subscribe or follow for more no-nonsense mental health advice every Wednesday and Sunday. Thanks for joining me today, take care and talk to you next time.